one of the worst sexual predators in the Balkans, died in prison where he was serving a life sentence. His heart gave up. He was 48-year-old and died on Thursday in the Poževac penitentiary. Crime background. Ninoslav Jovanovic, known by the nickname the Barber of Malčan, was arrested after a 17-day search in his native village district. He was preparing for the abduction. He had stored food and water supplies and planned where he would stay with the victim. He also stated that he stole the vehicle, describing where and how. Jovanovic, however, said he made the decision to kidnap Monika at the spur of the moment. When he was passing by her, he told her he was an electrician who was supposed to do school work and asked her to show him their way to the school, after which he put her in the vehicle. Police said Ninoslav Jovanovic's parents reported his disappearance in August, and the Ministry of Interior has since sought him out. However, he was searched for like any adult, police says, adding that the extensive search was made after he was linked to the abduction of Monika Karamanovic. We subsequently determined that he was in the area of other villages, Kędzierzwac and Świareldzig municipalities. He was preparing places where he could hide, said the police director. There is no information that anyone was helping Jovanovic. The police have made a complete route of his movement in those 17 days. When we look at the space, it's 180 square kilometers that he was moving around. That's why it took us longer to find him. Police explains. He points out that the police deserve to be commended on this case. The fact that we knew, after 2 days, that he was the abductor helped to arrest him. This is a police finding, based on video, of a vehicle stolen in Malčan, seen in Suvi. Then, her DNA was found in the vehicle and we narrowed our search in that direction. Police said, the search for him was made difficult by the fact that he did not move all the time, but stayed in one place. What happened to Monika Karamanovic was found in the village of Pažák and was taken to the clinical center in Nis. She was conscious and communicated with authorities. He cut my hair, tortured me and beat me. He told me that the police would kill us both. He made me walk for 5 or 6 hours and cut my hair little by little. He did bad things to me. I was very scared. He kept telling me that the police would not only arrest him, but also me, Monika testified. While I was going to school, he stopped the car next to me and told me that he was lost. Because the road was closed for construction for some time, he told me that he got a job at the school as a caretaker. He asked me to get in the car, to show him how to get to school because he goes on to. However, as soon as I got in the car, he drove me to the cemetery and then took me to the forest, Monika told police. The monster then cut her hair a little, after which the terrible physical and mental torture began. Monika shouted in panic, "Don't beat me. Please. Call my mother." Jovanovic was spotted Sunday in the village of Pažák in Svornik, hiding in an abandoned house. The owner of the house, Emil Zivkovic, says that he decided to spend that day with his son in Pažák to see if everything is fine with the cottage. We saw the door of the house open and heard that someone was upstairs. So we called the police. However, the monster jumped out of the window, jumped over the porch and started running. My son shouted that he had a gun, although that was not true, trying to scare the maniac. But he shouted that he had one and ran away. Police arrived shortly after and found the abducted girl upstairs. She was scared, frozen, hungry, Zivkovic said. Hundreds of police officers continue the search for the kidnapper. As many as 12 locations were discovered on the stretch from Kędzierzwak to Nis where the pedophile hid food and water. Jovanovic was previously twice convicted for similar crimes and has already spent a total of 22 years behind bars. He raped a woman and a 14-year-old girl in 1996 and was then found in the forest and sentenced to 10 years behind bars. Upon leaving prison, he raped another 12-year-old girl after holding her captive for 2 days. While on the run, he tried to rape another 12-year-old girl, but a local logger saved her. Jovanovic was then sentenced to 15 years in prison for rape and attempted rape. But his sentence was reduced to 12 years by the Supreme Court. After he left prison for the second time, he harassed women via social media and was placed in pre-trial detention for 5 months. Jovanovic was released in January 2019. The judiciary had no tools to stop him, because the maximum prison sentence for the acts he committed was at the time 15 years. More info